It's an all too familiar scene. Spouses and their attorneys facing off in a hostile divorce.
You better control him.
And if anyone knows how nasty a divorce can get, it's a private eye like Bruce Robertson.
Well, private investigators give divorce attorneys the ammunition they use when they prosecute a divorce. It can be doing financial investigations and, of course, marital fidelity investigations as well.
Bruce says it's common for divorce PIs to use all sorts of modern technology to dig up dirt. An even more common dirty divorce trick is when an unethical spouse hides assets that belong to both parties and should be divided equally.
The investigator will conduct an asset investigation to find out if they have property that they're not divulging, if they have businesses that they're involved in that they're not disclosing to the other side, and this is a very common request in divorce investigation.
This is CNN.
Gina Gershon wouldn't mind reaching syndication with her new series, Snoops. Gloria Hiller did some investigating herself to see how the show's PIs compare with the real thing.
The Office looks like something out of a Tom Clancy novel. It's high-tech and designer clothing on Snoops. Meanwhile, at Tristar Investigations in Los Angeles, it's a little bit slower paced.
You faxed over that case yesterday. These fictional presentations may compress the most interesting cases from an entire year or several years in an investigator's life and compact them into one episode.
At the Glen Hall Agency, they have a bra cam for undercover work. At Tristar Investigations, it's a pager cam.
You basically just carry this around with you, and while it's on, be recording video of anything that you'd like to record, like, say, for instance, you.
MSNBC.
Welcome back to MSNBC's live coverage from Santa Monica, the O.J. Simpson civil trial with my guests here in Santa Monica. Bruce Robertson is an investigator, Tristar Investigations. He researches assets. So if you got any dough, Bruce will find out. Bruce, how much can you find out quickly? Does it require weeks and months, or can you do something in a few days?
Well, you'd prefer to have weeks and months, and in most cases for other types of situations you do. But in these cases, often you're called to do research in a short amount of time, and you can do it. We own some of the databases that need to be searched. Others are available online. Our sources can work 24 hours a day if they need to, and so can we.
O.J. may have a 20-year history of putting money away. Can you look back that far?
Sure you can. You can go to the county recorder's office. You start looking at records as far back as 20 years ago. You look for businesses that he had interest in, notes that he signed, partnerships he was involved in. Then you trace the paper trail forward and see where those things went. And if at some point they start pointing in a certain direction away from the subject, then you've got something to follow up on.
We now return to surveillance tech on Modern Marvels. The silicon chip, first developed in 1958, created a whole new world of miniature surveillance.
The video camera has gotten smaller and smaller, and now you have what are called chip cams and pinhole cameras, cameras that are actually the size of a pinhole.
Night vision is a surveillance innovation that was first used in the military and is now available to both professionals and consumers.
A tremendous boon, the ability to take surveillance video in the dead of night and not have someone know that you're conducting surveillance on them. This is often useful in domestic cases where a lot of the cheating that goes on occurs under the cover of darkness, and you can use that technology to enhance it.
This is the Emmy Award-winning KTLA Prime News.
Cheating lovers, beware the GPS bug. It can track your every move.
Today we have technology that people 20 years ago did not have. We have GPS tracking devices. We have pinhole cameras.
Private Eye Bruce Robertson has a war chest of sneaky surveillance gadgetry to create 007 envy. The tools of the trade are getting smaller and smarter. Global positioning satellites being tapped by suspicious spouses.
With the GPS assistance, we can compact the amount of time that it takes to catch a cheating person.